Third Dimension Production presents You Got Issues. You got issues, what? You got issues, what? You got issues, what? Everybody's got them. You got issues, what? You got issues, what? You got issues, what? Everybody's got them. You got issues, what? You got issues, what? You got issues, what? Everybody's got them. You got issues, what? You got issues, what? You got issues, what? Everybody's got them. You got issues, what? Everybody's got them.
All right, class, attention. Final exams is tomorrow, and I need each and every one of y'all to pass your exams. If not, y'all will be here doing summer school, like summer classes with me. So y'all have a choice. Miss, keep it up. I get up at 6. Think about it.
I'm thinking, I don't know nothing yet.
I will see you in detention in the next 10 minutes. Anyway, class is dismissed. I need y'all to pass y'all finals tomorrow.
Yeah, Chris, guess what? Tina, my one slam and bashing party, girl.
Yeah?
You know we gotta go to that, girl.
You serious?
Serious?
And I just get one on for you know we got all them niggas.
You lie.
Right? I serious,
Oh, God,
girl.
we know we got plenty haters out there, right? You could brush them niggas off, man.
But hold on now. The exam tomorrow, girl, we gotta, I ain't getting no summer school, you know, we gotta study.
Chris, what happened? Come on, man. This is the party of a lifetime. We can't miss this. And all them niggas, and guess what? That one who you was checking? I find you know you gonna be there. Let's do this, man.
I know. Man, I want to go. I want to go. But the exam more important, girl. You need to study too. You need to study.
You know what? You know what? Whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna call you.
Why don't you just study?
All right, man. I still girl. I gotta go with myself. I girl. Lord, let me call Chris and see what she's saying. Let me see if she's going to this party. She's my partner in crime, so she better come. Right now, she's studying. Why does Charlotte
Hello.
What happened, man?
What you mean, what happened?
And we going to this party or what? What you doing?
I tell you from earlier today, I ain't getting no party. I trying to study.
Chris, come on, man. It's a
No.
party of a lifetime. You remember all little niggas could be there? What happened?
Niggas?
Yeah.
Girl, we got exam first thing in the morning. What you dealing with?
Chris, once we get there by 10 o'clock, we straight.
And what time we planning on leaving?
Well, 12 midnight, you know.
See, you want study night.
Yeah,
No,
but
don't ask
you
school
know how
now.
it goes when you get there. Come
When
on,
you look
man.
to come to school with a hangover. No, girl, they're gonna study,
No,
girl.
man, we got this thing.
I ain't going to no summer school. No.
Chris, I got on my Prada shoes and
Yeah,
everything.
you're
my
going to
clothes.
fake Prada.
So you know this
You
thing,
better stop
girl.
going to Chinatown. Yeah, I ain't into that, my boy. I going to study.
So you serious with that?
What you mean if I serious?
All right. Then I'll
Yeah.
tell you about it.
Forget that.
All right. God, man, I'm going to do this thing by myself.
I swear, man, no type of self-discipline. No type of discipline. I ain't into that.
Hey, what's up? You Got Issues is live and direct, busting it live, all up in your house or wherever you are. You Got Issues is on the air. Tonight, baby, we are dealing with a serious issue. Let me tell you something. If you get into the depths of this issue, it will totally transform your entire being. It affects every aspect of you. It's the issue of self-discipline. That's right, the issue of self-discipline. Now let's go directly to the rap session where we deal straight up with this issue. Boy, let me tell you something. This thing, this mash your girl right up. You know what I'm saying? Right up. Check it out. Yo, Bahamas, what y'all saying? And welcome to You Got Issues. And tonight we're dealing with the rap. Rap session. And we're dealing with the issue, the serious and the sensitive issue as it relates to the next generation, the issue of self-discipline. And it's so good to have these crew of distinguished, my God, look at them, young people in the house. And I tell you, tonight we're dealing with self-discipline. Talk to us, man. What is self-discipline?
Self-discipline is like when you are motivated to do something, when you have control to persevere, that drive that pushes you towards your goal.
Okay, all right. Anybody else? What is self-discipline?
Well, self-discipline, a person who is self-disciplined is internally motivated. They don't need other persons to be behind their back to tell them, okay, to do this or to do that. They can govern their own conduct and they ensure that they get things done internally rather than having people to tell them, okay, you have to do this or you have to do this. So they're internally motivated.
Generally speaking, would you say that young people today in the Bahamas, would you say that they are self-disciplined, and why?
I think not, because a
You say
person.
no?
No, I
Okay.
think not,
Why
or
you say that?
it's not at the level that it should be, because a person who is self-disciplined, their life is governed or they're purpose-driven, and they have things that they need to accomplish in a particular week, day, month, and their life is governed based on what they need to accomplish. So self-discipline comes easy, and because a lot of young people aren't purpose-driven, self-discipline is lacking.
I would have to disagree with him on that aspect of it. I believe that young persons, in particular Bahamian young people, are very self-disciplined, because even in terms of doing your schoolwork, sometimes parents aren't there to help their children to do their schoolwork, but yet many children do their schoolwork on their own. Many children, they behave in the classroom without their teachers having to tell them to do stuff. But sometimes we focus so much on the persons that are not self-disciplined that we forget the ones that actually take the time to do certain things and to accomplish certain things. So I believe that there are many young persons out there that are very self-disciplined.
Anybody, any other perspectives? What you saying,
I
Aaron?
don't know, man, Frank. I gotta disagree with that. I mean, it sounds like to me like you confusing what you did with what everybody doing as a society. I mean, if we having a D average in the school, you're trying to tell me that generally everybody getting a D? You know, if you go to a government institution, the level of quality service, you're telling me that people are self-disciplined and motivated to do their job well? So I would say we may be disciplined, like the young man said earlier. We may have a level of discipline in that we get up every morning to go to work. You're disciplined to get up on time, but you might not be, like he says, have purpose in your job and motivated to do your job well.
Give me an example of something that you do every day that will tell me that you're self-disciplined.
Well, every day I have to wake up and go to the College of the Bahamas, sit and listen to a lecturer educate me. That takes a lot. Sometimes I just want to lay in bed and sleep. So it takes a lot of discipline. And my mother is no longer here. She lives in Freeport. So I don't have nobody pushing me to say, hey, Ashley, you have to wake up. You have to go to school. I have to discipline myself to say, I have to do this and I have to do that.
Good. Give me some more. Let's go.
Another example is having the need or the passion or the desire to actually say, look here, man, I'm going to study. If I want to get good grades in school, if I want to do good, if I want to do my best, if I want to make the honor roll or valedictorian, I have to push myself to say, well, look here, man, ain't nobody could do it for me. Ain't nobody can make the grades for me. I have to make the sacrifice, set aside some friends, set aside going out and partying and, joking around and get serious, hit the books.
So you're saying that this is what you do?
Right.
Good. All right. Someone give me another example of one more example, two more examples of being self-disciplined.
Well, for me, I have to be in the Word, the Bible. I have to do it.
Why?
You got to grow yourself spiritually, because everything out there is the world, but then you got to, set yourself apart from the world. But my friends could be out there partying, and I'm like, oh my God, they're having so much fun, but I'm stuck in here studying the Word. I know it's right for me to study the Word, but also my flesh. I want to go out and party. But then because I'm so well disciplined, I'm gonna say, you know what, I really need this. My friends are not gonna help me spiritually, because if God comes right now, they ain't gonna be right there saying, oh God, give her a chance, I gotta do it for myself. So then if I take out my time and study the Word, then I discipline myself.
One more example of being self-disciplined. This is some good stuff, y'all. Talk to me. Nobody else run your self-discipline?
Well, I would say for me personally, for the simplest of things, just getting up in the morning, bathe, brushing my teeth, all of that is self-discipline, because I have known of some people who get up in the morning, don't bathe, and do not brush
Okay, we
their
don't want to
teeth.
talk about that here on Ugatissues, right? So we can definitely say then that self-discipline is me coming to a place where I have to deny some stuff I want to do for some goals I want to meet. Me giving up and sacrificing some things that I may want for some goals or objectives or aims that I want to reach. What word would you give to young people who are slunking, who are jiving, who are wasting time in school, who come to school late, who don't dress properly. What word would you give to young people to get them on a path of self-discipline as we close?
Okay, I would say that there's a saying that goes, the early bird catches the worm. So I would say that practice, coming to school on time, practice doing what it is that you need to do, and eventually you will grow into being self-disciplined.
I just want to say hard work pays off. Remember, young adults, what you do now determines how far you make it in the future.
I would say to the young people to find your purpose and find what you want to do. But in finding your purpose, you need to be self-disciplined, because to get to your goal, you would need good grades to find that avenue to get wherever you want to go. Whether it be you want to be a mechanic, you want to be a businessman, you need to go to school, you need to go to a technical institute to accomplish your goal. So be disciplined, know where you want to go, and stay focused.
I would say that nothing happens overnight. You have to put your best foot forward, and you try and you aim for it. And try in the aim of self-discipline, and if you don't get it after the first try, and you get it after first and second try, still put your best foot forward, because nothing happens like I said, nothing happens overnight. Just try, and one day you succeed. Self-discipline.
Well, I tell you, Bahamas, self-discipline, it's a serious thing. And we've all been challenged tonight to the next level, to take it higher as we deny ourselves for some of the goals and some of the stuff we want to see. Baby, you got it, and you can do it. Ugatissues, rap session. Peace out.
I'm Janae Dorset, head girl at C.R. Walker Senior High School. In May 2009, I'll be taking BGCSEs. Although it seems so far away, I'm starting now to prepare for success. My checklist for success includes cutting down on the amount of hours I watch television, using the computer mostly for research and less for chatting and surfing, reviewing my classwork each evening to ensure that I understand what was taught, listening to my teachers' advice and whatever they share to help me in my quest, asking for help whenever I need it, whether it's from my parents, friends, aunts, and uncles. When I achieve something good, they benefit too. Although my plan calls for a great sacrifice, I'm prepared to do it because my future depends on it.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Education.
The beginning of sorrows, so don't depend on tomorrow.
It's the beginning of the end, ain't no room for no talk. Talk is cheap right now, we need to get up and walk. Ain't referring to a few, I'm talking about you all. Like they stuck inside the pew right now, this world needs some God. Matthew 24 revealing how so many so lost, becoming lovers to themselves, obsessed with being the boss. Without a thought, hard wax cold, blood vessels are taught. The father broke the step and tear down, rip out a sword. This world is deep in chaos, they didn't think of the cost. They just keep breaking the laws, now they crying, Lord, Lord. How they expect to go cross when their heart is pumping frost? The price has to be paid, yeah, it's all your fault. It ain't never too late, all problems can be resolved, but before they can solve, you must start at the source and determine the cause and see how you was caught. And remember one thing, real soldiers can't be bought. Cause this is just the beginning of souls, we ain't seen nothing yet. So stop depending on tomorrow, cause this is just the beginning of souls, we ain't seen nothing yet. So stop depending on tomorrow, cause this is just the beginning of souls, we ain't seen nothing yet. So stop depending on tomorrow, cause this is just the beginning of souls, we ain't seen nothing yet. So stop depending on tomorrow. What you see is just a taste for us, some more to come. So many people falling victim to the project slums. No automatic guns, the hearts are frozen numb. So many people hunger while we make it rain in clubs. Ridiculous and syphilis, they got no cure for cancer. No We spend it on the war, we need an answer. Don't need no Bush, Obama, Clinton, Hillary, Obama. But we need the fallen east and seek Jehovah Jireh. Can't you see we face destruction every day we breathe? To live in harmony inside this world is just a dream. And yes, it's just a dream. And heaven's less the pain. To be with him in paradise to me is destiny. We give our all inside the church and leave the world to suffer. While our brothers hurt, we need to live for one another. And this is just a start, beginning of the sorrows. We ain't seen nothing yet, nothing yet, nothing yet. Cause this is just the beginning of sorrows. We ain't seen nothing yet, so stop depending on tomorrow. Cause this is just the beginning of sorrows. We ain't seen nothing yet, so stop depending on tomorrow. Cause this is just the beginning of sorrows. We ain't seen nothing yet, so stop depending on tomorrow. Cause this is just the beginning of sorrows. We ain't seen nothing yet, so stop depending on tomorrow.
In order for young people to achieve, they definitely have to implement the characteristics of being self-disciplined. One of the young people that you're about to see is a youth in the news. And they show you, baby, hey, that they can excel, but only through self-discipline. Let's celebrate them now. Our youth in the news is Shantuan Martin. Shantuan Martin is an optimally rounded 9th grade student leader at the C.H. Reeves Junior High School, where he serves as a prefect and the head boy. He currently holds a 3.27 cumulative grade point average, and in the sporting arena, he excels in track, and he also excels in the field events. During the GSSA meet that was recently held, he came second in the 100 meters, he came first in the long jump, second in the 200-meter relay, and fourth in the 400 meters. Shanton enjoys creative writing. As an 8th grader, he sat the BJC English, Mathematics, and General Science and received an A, a B, and a C, respectively. Shantuan Martin, an athlete, a scholar, an honor roll student, prefect, and head boy, as the youth in the news. Way to go.
Hey, baby, what you saying?
Hey,
How you
cool.
doing?
Hi there, how you doing?
I'm okay, man.
That's good. Happy birthday.
Thanks. Surprised you remember my birthday.
Can't forget a day like that, you know?
Wow.
How your day been going so far?
Everything went well so far, man.
I got a surprise for you.
Want me a surprise?
Yeah, your birthday present.
What? Baby, you get me a sliver?
Yeah.
Now, baby, you can't be really so sweet. Oh, thanks.
Maybe you deserve the best, you know that?
Baby, you know I can't wait to call my friends and let them know about this. He's so sweet.
Alright. You know my birthday coming up soon, so what you got for me?
Now, baby, come on now. You know you straight, right? You know you straight. Hey, baby. Happy birthday.
Thanks.
How you doing?
Hey, yeah.
That's good.
Got a little something for you.
Thank you. So sweet. You're such the perfect gentleman. Come here. Come here. You know I have something for you, right?
Statistics from the Ministry of Youth reveal that most teenagers have their first sexual encounter by the age of 16. Young people, don't say yes today. Lay down tomorrow and get up the following day with regrets. Irresponsible sexual activity leads to some serious, I mean serious, sometimes deadly consequences. This vibe has been brought to you by the Ministry of Youth and Ugatissues. I'm really excited to introduce the young man who's about to do our word from the throne. His name is Don Clark, and I tell you, you will hear this name ring out because this young man is going places. He's an officer with the Defense Force, and I tell you, he's a minister of the gospel. Let's hear my boy as he busts it live and deal with the issue of self-discipline. Check it out.
The Bible says in Proverbs chapter 19, verse 20, listen to counsel and accept discipline, that your days may be wise upon the earth. My experience with self-discipline is a very good experience because being a Defense Force officer, part of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, you must be a very disciplined individual to even work on that force. And in the year 2001, when I went into new entry training, I found that the discipline what I was taught in the world was actually only half of it. And when I came into training, 16 weeks of training with the Marines and training with the instructors and with the rest of my comrades, I realized that I needed to turn up my discipline level to the next notch because it was very challenging for me. Being away from home and away from my family, being away from what I was used to, I had to submit myself to this new program in order for me to achieve my goals. Yeah, there are a lot of sacrifices. You will have to deny yourself. You will have to set yourself on a program according to the goals which you have set. You would have to understand that if you don't make the sacrifices to achieve these goals, your goals will never be reached. And you could start by doing small things. Simply if you want to lose weight, you could start by walking. You could start by cutting back on the things you eat that you know is not good for you to eat. But being a part of the Defense Force, the first thing I realized was that the Defense Force has one agenda. You carry out the orders given unto you. There's no avenues for shortcuts or pity. And one thing I realized quickly was that they were looking for strong people, so I had to display self-discipline because naturally the things that they want you to do, in your natural mind, you don't believe that you could accomplish it, but it's going to take inner strength. It's going to take focus. It's going to take that extra push. I would like to say to our young people that it's so important for you to take an inventory of your own life. Because when you take an inventory of your life, you will realize the type of influences that is in your life, and you will be able to pinpoint where these influences are coming from. Self-discipline is so important because when you are self-disciplined as a young man or as a young lady, you would know right from wrong. And you would be able to make sound decisions. Because as a young man and as a young lady, there would be a lot of peer pressure. There would be a lot of urges, a lot of desires for you to do things that young people normally would do. But self-discipline is so important is because self-discipline will steer you in the right direction. It will allow you to make a conscious and a good decision in certain areas of your life, whereas it will cause you to avoid falling into a trap. And for that young man who's just living by what his friends say and by what he sees or what he knows and what culture or what society says to him, self-discipline will allow you to be able to look at the world and to see the falsehood. You'll be able to see the traps. You'll be able to see the snares. So you must first get in touch with yourself. You must first discipline yourself. Discipline yourself first, and most importantly, to the Word of God. You must find out what God expects from you, what God requires of you as a young man, as a young lady. And then you could discipline yourself on the basis of what God says and what God requires of you. Because if you do not do it, someone else will discipline you. Someone else will decide how your life should be. Someone else would always pull you in a direction where you don't want to go, and you will not have the willpower to fight against it. That's one of the reasons why Foxhill Prison is so filled with young men today. It's because a lot of young men are not in control of their own world. So when you develop the character of self-discipline, meaning that you are in charge of your own self, meaning that you can make decisions for your own self, meaning that you don't have to rely on your best friend or somebody close to you to give you insight or information on certain areas, meaning that you will have the answer from within yourself because of the practices and because of the things you have put within yourself. So I believe that self-discipline is so important to our young people because as young people, it seems as if life is happening so fast. And if you don't stop and think, if you don't stop and take inventory of your life, you would find yourself in so much trouble. So I say to our young men and I say to our young lady, develop character, develop self-discipline so that you will not cause yourself to fall in any traps or snares. One of my personal experience with self-discipline was in the year 2000 when I had first given my life to Christ. And I was so excited, and I went and shared the news with my best friends and with the guys that I grew up with. And to my realization, I realized that none of them was excited. And as a matter of fact, they said some hurtful things to me. And at that moment, I realized that I had to make some crucial decisions, because these were men that I grew up with. These were men that knew me inside and out. And the Lord challenged me, and He showed me that I am now on a new path. And this path that I am on, I will have to make some crucial decisions. So I had to display self-discipline by not holding any grudges against them. And I had to forgive them. And I had to understand that we were now a part of two different kingdoms. And later on in life, I saw how God used me to minister to my friends. And as a result of me showing self-discipline, and as a result of me humbling myself, two of my friends have given their lives to Christ since then. I believe if I had not displayed self-discipline, and if I had allowed their words to get the best of me, I would have not been effective in my Christian witness with them. And that's why self-discipline is so important. It's because when you are disciplined, you are not looking at the present, but you will search deep down within yourself to understand that I am stronger than this, and there's a purpose that must be fulfilled. And another experience that I had with self-discipline was when I was in training. Within the second week in training, I had sprained my ankle, and it was severely sprained. But only the men in my room knew that. I did not share it with the other guys because I felt as if I had spread my injury. The instructors would have targeted me out so that I could have quit. But what I did was I stayed in the room, and I would wrap my leg at night, and knowing that in the morning times we would have to go for a long run. But what I did was I disciplined myself to ignore the pain. And I keep saying to myself that I can do this. I keep saying to myself that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And even though after each run, my leg would be swollen and I would be in a lot of pain, but I would get joy in the fact to know that I've finished the run and now I can rest. And as time went on, I did not even realize when my leg stopped hurting me. And I had to show courage, I had to show strength, I had to discipline myself to the fact that, hey, yes, even though I'm hurting and I have a legitimate reason to go back home, I had disciplined myself to understand that, hey, I could overcome this. I could go through this. I am not going to give up, and I am not going to quit. So I disciplined myself to expect nothing else but the best. And as a result of that, God blessed me, and He gave me the strength to pull through, and I graduated with everyone else. If you do not control yourself, someone else will control you.
Man, I tell you, you feeling me, man? Time is going so fast, my boy. That brings us to the end of another serious show. You got issues. Listen to me. If you implement all that you've heard today, your lives will never, ever be the same again. Thank you so very much, sponsors, for giving us the help and the drive to do what we do. If you want to send us a check, the information is right there, baby. Write the check now. Money answers all things. You got issues, your cousins got issues, your mama's got issues, man, your best friends got issues. But here's the place where we deal straight up with your issues. Let's get more self-discipline.
You got issues, what? You got issues, what? You got issues, what? Everybody's got them. You got issues, what? You got issues, what? You got issues, what? Everybody's got them. You got issues, what? You got issues, what? You got issues, what? Everybody's got them. You got issues, what? You got issues, what? You got issues, what? Everybody's got them. We all got issues, but we got options. Point being the word issues, we all got them. Got your head down, always keep your head up. Cause what doesn't kill will make you stronger. We all know the feeling, yes indeed it hurts. Want the problem solved, take the issue to church. If life is a gamble,